The Impact Group hosted its chef showdown called The Final Cut. These gave chefs the opportunity to compete and get recognized for their culinary skills during the challenge. Chad Esau was crowned the winner of this competition, and he joins us now on Zoom to share more on his culinary journey. Chad, a very good morning to you. Congratulations again on winning the final cut. What pushed you to enter the competition?
Good morning. There's actually a bit of a backstory behind that entering the competition. I actually never entered the competition.
Okay.
As humans, you kind of doubt yourself sometimes. And a previous manager of mine entered on my behalf. She entered and she believed in me. And then I just took it from there.
Yeah. Let's go back then. Let's go back to how you started cooking and what was it about making food that felt so comfortable for you?
As a kid growing up, assisting mom in the kitchen. It was only when I got to high school, I did consumer studies and we had to do practicals. And I looked around and I looked at my plates. And this is without studying or anything. And I looked at my plates and it was good. And that's when I realized this is what I wanted to do. I then went on to study further.
What was that like? Take us through that period of your life where you're studying and you're learning all these. And I mean, I can imagine, as a young man and you're learning all these new things about this talent that you have and opening up to the world.
It was a wonderful experience. I can tell you it's not easy. Everybody thinks like it's just cooking. There's a lot of technical things. It was a lovely experience to study.
Yeah. At what point did you find your signature style? Because I believe many chefs eventually find their own unique style and what they lean towards. How long did it take you to get there?
It was actually, say, after about 2 years during you do your in-service training. And that's where you get to see the real thing, like the restaurants. You get to see more styles of food. So I kind of went into like traditional French style cooking.
Yeah.
And then I'm also fascinated with like pickling, curing, smoking. So I kind of add that elements. I kind of fuse the two, the French cooking with the pickling and the curing and things.
Yeah. What is it about French cooking that speaks to you?
I'm not sure. It's just something that I think it was where I started my training. That was their style, classic French cooking. They also did a bit of fusion cooking, and I think that's where I latched onto the French style. It's classic, and I think it's timeless.
Yeah. Speak to us about some of the restaurants you've worked in and what lessons came with being part of those establishments.
So I've worked at many 5-star properties, boutique hotels. I've worked at the Greenhouse in Constantia, the Conservatory. I've worked at Element House. And I've learned a lot there. It wasn't easy, but it was beneficial to me today. I've gained so much knowledge from the chefs there and from the hotels. It's a difficult environment, but the knowledge you gain will stay with you forever.
I mean, I don't know if you can see what's on the screen at the moment. I mean, I believe those are some of your dishes. Tell us a little bit about that. Take us through some of those dishes that we're looking at on the screen.
Okay, so those dishes I did many years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, for a different company that I worked for before. That was dishes that I created, say 3-4 years ago. It was for serving students. I basically put together from scratch. But yeah, that was serving students. That wasn't. That was after all the fine dining and the bistro restaurants. I went into a more settled job, like a 7 till 4 job,
Yeah.
because I had a young family. So I moved into contract catering at that time.
And speak to us about your style of fine dining and what your definition of that is.
Fine dining, it's like it's how you, it's like art basically. It's how you put it on the plate. It's a balance of flavors, the different elements, and like my winning dish, I followed those elements, like I stick by that. So I always have something sweet, something salty, something acidic, something crispy for texture, something with color, and something umami.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically all those elements, and it's refined, and yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's Sunday. What are you making today?
Today, the weather's quite miserable outside.
Okay.
So we're just looking at making something warm. We're gonna make some biryani today, myself and my wife.
Okay.
We're gonna give that a try. So we're just gonna have some biryani, with some sambals. Yeah,
I
doing
like-
that today.
Listen, I'm already hungry. Anything that has biryani, I will eat. Chad, thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck with your career going forward. Chef Chad Esau speaking to us about his culinary journey. And he is the winner of a competition that took place this week. It was by the Impact Group, and it was called The Final Cut. And that's what Chad won this time around.